Carrying on our conversation with Kaylajoy from RC Heating and Cooling here on the Home and Health Show. Saturday morning, let me give you the phone number that you can use to call her to ask questions about your furnace or air conditioning unit. 586-991-5990. 586-991-5990. Kayla, we were talking in the last segment. You were sort of telling us how you got to be where you were and why you handle things the way that you do with RC Heating and Cooling. And one of the things that popped into my mind is, you know, the shock that you got with that $3,000 electric bill. Is that why you've come up with the maintenance plan that you offer?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And that's why I've made it so reasonable with additional value that no one else that I've seen this far is adding as much value as I have into that. And if we are able, when we come out for those maintenance, we check your thermostat. That's like the number one check mark to make sure that it's set properly, or programmed properly for the winter months or the summer months, depending on which season we're coming out for at that time. But the maintenance plan it's easy. It's kind of set it and forget it, which is exactly what I did with those thermostats at 90 degrees.
Yes, I see. I'm starting to see a thread now through everything. Yes.
Yeah, now I'm making it smart.
Yeah.
Now I'm making smarter set it to forget it decisions.
Sure.
And everything is generally automated these days. We're all busy people. We all want to get through our day so we can get home and relax and go to sleep and wake up and do it all over again like a big robot. So that's kind of why I came out with that maintenance plan, just to make it easy. You don't have to stress out about it. You don't have to worry that something's going to break down as soon as you turn your furnace on, in the next month or so, if you haven't already. We're able to take care of that scarcity away from you.
You're talking about turning the furnace on. There is a bit of I've got a bone to pick with you.
I know.
Because I've noticed that the leaves are starting to fall. It's getting cooler in the morning. I'm blaming you.
Because I turned my furnace on.
Because you turned your furnace on.
I know, it's crazy. It's actually on right now too.
Is it really?
Well, my house gets really cold. So I live in a condo.
Okay.
And the basement is like so cold, right? And I don't own my condo, and the ductwork was not sealed properly, and the airflow is not great, and everything's old, right? And it's so awful. I have to shut all the vents and re-rotate the air, and my front door has a supply right there, and it's wooden, so it's like broken. I don't know. It's a rough life. It's got to be warm.
Well, those are all pretty pitiful excuses for turning on your furnace. When you came in here and you said that your daughter usually has a blue nose.
She does.
And, 4 weeks ago you said it's too cold, I'm turning it on. I'm just saying, it's your fault.
All right, you're not supposed to call me out, okay?
Well, okay, let's switch the topics then. And I have a question as we're going into fall.
That's not here yet.
I think it's officially fall.
No.
I think it is. But in any event, what I do know is this. Even though we're in that weird time where it's cool in the morning, it's not unusual for it to be warm in the afternoon.
Yep.
But the days of using the AC unit are getting limited. They're getting numbered.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that leads to the question, how exactly does a typical homeowner prep their air conditioning unit for winter? And is it necessary to do that?
Yeah, so you want to make sure that all the lines, the box outside, that's your condenser. It's got a fan on top. It's got the grates. You can see the fan, and it's got grates on the side. Just like summer, make sure everything's clean and clear, no debris in there. Make sure your electrical is all good, no high grass or weeds wrapped around it, no weeds inside the coil. Make sure it's all clean. Do not put anything on top of it. Do not cover it. If you do, because I know some people prefer to just the top itself. That unit is made for our elements. It's made to be outside in our 100-degree weather or our below 0-degree weather. That's what the manufacturer spec is for here in Michigan.
So you're saying that you're anticipating my next question, because we've all seen those units, those sleeves or those blankets.
Don't do that.
Don't do that?
No,
Why?
because let's say you have a brand new, you actually do have a pretty new unit.
I sure
okay?
do. Yes.
You have a warranty on that unit, don't you?
Yes, I'm sure I do.
I know you do
Yes.
because it's a new unit.
Yes, I do.
And if you cover that unit,
Yeah.
fully cover it, put a sleeve or a blanket on it, and let's say a chipmunk gets in there and decides to hibernate, over the winter, and then decides to chew all your wires. That's not covered under warranty, and now you need a new unit.
Ooh. Okay.
Right? Or they chew through the coil and all the freon leaks out.
But it is okay to cover the top.
I would prefer you didn't do it at all.
Really? Just let the snow?
Yes. It's made for that. It's
Okay.
made for the elements. They have, it's the plating that's around everything. It's made for that. If you do want to put something on top to make yourself feel better, say that you have had a blanket and nothing's ever happened.
Yeah.
Right? It could be that one time that something does happen.
Yeah.
You could just put a piece of wood on top of it and put 2 bricks and call it a day.
Okay.
Don't put any fabric. It could get chewed up by rodents.
Okay.
Definitely not fabric.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
all. Make sure clean, clear, good to go, and make
Okay.
sure your thermostat's programmed properly.
So it's okay to just leave the thing out there bare and let,
Snow.
8 inches of snow
Pile on it.
pile on it and then melt and it no problem.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
think about it. In the summer, it condensates, right? So there's water on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of the time, or yeah, same thing.
Well, we're still in that phase though, like I said, where you're kind of using the AC.
Yep.
But probably 2 months from now, that's not going to be the case.
No.
And with my old unit, I'm making this all about me. With my old unit, I seem to remember that I had to go outside in the fall and spring, and there was a circuit breaker or something like that I needed to flip.
The disconnect.
Does that make sense? Do I need to worry about that?
No, because you're not using it. You're not turning it on. So, I mean, you could if you wanted to. I don't really think it matters. You're
Okay.
not pulling any energy from the unit because it's not being turned on at all.
Okay.
So the only thing that's being used is your furnace and the motors inside your furnace. So I don't think it matters either way.
Bottom line, this is not like a boat where you've got to prep it, or a pool. So you don't have to prep it for the winter. You can just literally just let it be.
Set it and forget it.
Thank you. That's one less thing we've got to worry about as
Yeah.
we're getting ready for winter, going into fall.
Just make sure that's clear and make sure no debris or with the leaves falling. That's something. Make sure the leaves are pulled back away from there.
Okay.
From any of the wiring or the black like foam.
Yeah.
Because again, rodents will burrow
Right.
if it stays there, and they could possibly bite into those items.
Sure. Would it make sense then to maybe put a piece of wood over the top until all the leaves are gone and then take it off? Or am I overthinking this?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the sort of stuff that I need, and this is what Kayla loves to do, and this is why we're so glad that she's with us. And the number that you can reach to ask her questions that are probably much more intelligent than mine.
That was a good question.
Was it really?
Yes, I get that actually all the time.
Do you?
I really do. And I'm always saying, no, don't do it. And they don't know why. So now everybody knows why.
I will take that you are telling me the truth and not treating me like Johnny, who's made a drawing that you can't understand, and going, that's beautiful. The number for you to ask Kayla is 586-991-5990, 586-991-5990, or go to rcheatcool.com. We are having a wonderful conversation talking with Kayla about furnaces and air conditioning units and prepping for winter and everything that we need to do. As we're talking, though, about air conditioning units, for the people who've not turned on their furnace yet, is there anything that needs to happen before then?
Before you turn your furnace
Yeah.
on? You definitely need to get some maintenance done on it. Have my company come in, we'll open everything up, assess everything, make sure, clean out everything at the bottom where the motor's at, make sure the amps are running properly on the motor so it doesn't fail. Make sure that your filter's clean and clear, your flame sensor is clean, making sure that your heat exchanger has no holes in it or anything like that. If you have an older furnace, let's say 15 years plus, some 13 years plus, you definitely, please, if you listen to anything that I say, definitely get us out there for maintenance so that we can put a camera inside there to make sure there's no cracks or holes or anything like that. Because aluminum does break down over time. And you have forced air, forced heat, flames coming through that, it does break it down a lot faster. And when you get those holes or cracks, it creates carbon monoxide. in your home. We've all know what that means, right? So we don't want to harm our families or, potentially a very dangerous situation. So let's get in there, clean everything out, make sure there's no holes, and get you guys set up for winter. So when you do turn it on, it actually turns on.
And you can do that. And the first step in making that a smoothless transition is by picking up the phone and calling 586-991-5990, 586-991-5990. That is the number to RC Heating and Cooling. And you will actually talk with our lovely co-host today, Kayla, the owner. She will pick up the phone, and maybe not in real time, but she'll call you back, and she'll talk to you about the maintenance plan or answer any questions that you've got, and she'll take care of you. And we're going to continue our conversation here on the Home and Health Show right after this.